The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morton. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover up.
Turning it on. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game. And that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality. Running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Mustangs send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. The give is to Williams. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. A strike downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football play. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. And they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Give to the single back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Raiders need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Catch in the middle, it's Douglas. Breaks into the open. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Now on 3rd down for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. Turns it on in midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The give to the single back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And the Mustangs will try to convert on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. Trying the left side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to Johnson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
And the Mustangs will try to punch it in on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. They'll run play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, SMU! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These balls have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Joyner. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Morton. Got his man on the outside. There he goes! And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Dropping back, it's Morton. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready? Monster, monster. Blue 85.
He might want another play. To the air. It's Jennings. Boom. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown Mustangs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Morton. Using his feet to buy time. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The give is to Williams. At the 35, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Douglas. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Morton. Complete downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, SMU.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
And the Mustangs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brinson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making it play.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Douglas. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Eakin. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going right to work up top. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
To the air on second down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Here he comes with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, he's got some space. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Now adjusting. Slings it downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Pocket breaking down. Might be looking to run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Red 83 switch. Red 83.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Touchdown, SMU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
35, SMU, 21.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Morton. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Caught behind the line. It's Carter. The Red Raiders get the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying play action. Under fire. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The running back has it. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal today. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Mustangs! And the comeback is on!
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell he sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it, perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Under fire. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
Number 89 sets a kickoff.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Pulls and fired complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Breaks into the open. Running through contact. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, just wrapped up another chapter in the rivalry between Florida State and Miami, and here's how it went down. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Oh, he wants it all. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Big fullback's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad